Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports. And today I'd like to talk to you about your 2023 goals. But also I'd like for you to think about what worked in 2022 and what you would like to do similar to it but better because it worked. And then the things that didn't work in 2022. So what are the goals for 2023? But I'd like for you to think about it in a different kind of way. So let's talk about 3 serious goals and then 3 fun goals, something that doesn't really have to do with competition or the amount of miles or the amount of elevation gain that you do. But before I do that, what I'd like to show you is I've been cleaning my bike, and this is a cassette that's been ridden now at least, I don't know. I mean, I did the 310 challenge and I did 417 miles, but I'd been riding it since before that. And look how clean that cassette is, considering we rode in the rain about 3 of those days last week. And I mean, this is why I use a wax-based lube. I use this squirt lube because I think it works really, really well, and I have to do very little maintenance. So I'm cleaning the chain. You probably saw that in a different video, but the cassette, I mean, if I decide to clean it, it's only going to take me a couple of minutes. So okay, so I'll start first with a fun goal that I'd like to do for next year. I'd like to be able to ride a wheelie. And at first, I think I just want to be able to get the front wheel off the ground and not panic that I'm going to fall backwards, right? And, I haven't done wheelies since I was a really young kid, and it didn't matter if I fell over because I guess in those days you didn't even think about pain. You just did it, and you crashed, no big deal. But anyway, so that's one of my fun goals for next year. I'd like to be able to do a wheelie. And the crazy thing is I dream about doing a wheelie in my dreams. I don't know, weird thing. But the other goals I'd like for you to think about is maybe some goals that are related to cycling. And I'm nearing 100,000 miles on Strava. And I think I've been on Strava since like 2012, I think. 2013, I can't remember. And so I'm getting close to 100,000 miles on Strava. So that'll be an easy thing, quick kill. And then I'm also getting close to 10 million feet of climbing since I've been on Strava. By the way, Jess gets me these baby toothbrushes from work. And here I am just kind of cleaning a cassette with it. And I think the toothbrush was dirtier than the cassette itself, but that's okay. But so 100,000 miles and 10 million feet of climbing on Strava. Those are going to be quick kills, but I want to use those as milestones throughout the rest of the year. And then I'd also like, I'm still dealing with a nagging left leg injury. So I don't quite know if I'm going to go for 1 million feet again like I have in the past. Last year I didn't go for 1 million feet, just got the gain organically. Normally, if we're going out on a loop, we would hit this climb and that climb first before heading out of Dodge. But last year, we just rolled out and we would get the gain anyway. So we'd still end up with, 8,000 or 9,000 foot day, not getting the 10K day. Anyway, so I have to see how this left leg continues to improve. I think it has been. And then maybe I will start going for a lot more gain. Another goal that I have in mind is I'd like to do another Everest. I've already done 9 Everests, so maybe I'll do a 10th one and just be done with it. But at the same time, what my goal would be for that Everest is to bring someone along who has never done an Everest before and get them to finish one. So that, even though it would be my 10th one, the real goal would be passing that torch, getting a rider to finish their first Everest. So I guess if you're in the local area and you'd like to be the person I train and get them through that first Everest. And oh, by the way, if you don't know what an Everest is, it's when you do continuous climbs up and down, continuous repeats up and down one climb, and you do that climb until you achieve 29,000 feet of climbing, or 8,848 meters. Now, there are some, the rules are fairly simple. There's not a lot of rules, but, one of the rules is, it's got to be all done in one ride. So if you want to take a break to eat or break to, a potty break, that's fine, but you're not allowed to, actually sleep. You have to stay awake and keep riding. So anyway, so that's what I'm thinking about as a goal. I had kind of proposed that to Barbara last year. So she's the first person in my mind that I want to get her through her first Everest. So maybe that's one thing. I don't know. My goals are still a little bit loose. It's only, January the 2nd, so I got a little bit of time to solidify them. But I'd like to hear what your goals are for this year. I'd like to know, what kind of stretch goal you've got. Some of you might have some unfinished business. Maybe an event you did last year and you DNF'd that event. So you may want to go back and take care of it. I've got a viewer in mind, but I don't want to say his name, that went out to Europe to do an Everest ride. So this was, I guess, continuous climbs in a loop that gained 8,848 meters. Now that sounds like a really hard day because you're covering terrain as well as doing the actual elevation. So that's something I'd like to do as well here. Got tons of climbing here in San Diego, so I can definitely get the 29,000 in one ride. And actually, they have the High Roller Society, and it's 10,000 meters, so I guess that's like 32,800 feet in one ride. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that too. The summer solstice is always a day to do something truly epic. And anyway, those are my thoughts. I'd like to hear yours. Also, if you've been coming onto the channel, because I see the analytics, so I know a very high percentage, 80% sometimes, of the views are from unsubscribed. So please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It means the world to me. And we're at 2,800 subscribers. I'd like to get to, 3,000 or 5,000 or 10 or whatever. Wherever this channel will go. And with your help, we can get there. Okay, please like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.